Hello, dear students. My name is Mr. Ahmed. I'm a physics teacher in Lezen School. From now, inshallah, I will be taking a video of each chapter. Inshallah, depends my time. I'm gonna take a video for each chapter of physics of grade 10, English system. Okay, guys. First chapter, and chapter 1 on the physics. It's about the science physics, like in general, what is physics and their type of the physics and their examples, and the basic and general introduction about physics. Section 1. What is physics? Physics is everywhere. Guys, actually, like, the third chapter is not that much important. It's like a general information about physics. So I'm gonna like highlight some important points, and that's enough like to understand and to study. Physics everywhere. And guys, in here in each sections you have the object, like the aim, the purpose of each chapters. Identify the activities field that involve the major area with the physics, the type of the physics, and describe the process. And you have a scientific method. We'll be studying the step of the scientific method, and describe the role models of a diagram physics. Guys, first, physics is everywhere. For example, a person like is they can move. So move, it's moving. It's physics. Like it's a. Now, inshallah, I'll show you, like, we have a table in here. Type or the kind of physics you have. We have a mechanic, thermodynamic. But before this, in general, take a step, like a person's it's walking, it's like walking, it's moving. So moving is physics in general physics. In general, any person, anything, it's going under moving, so moving is physics. Or catching the ball, you catch the ball, or opening the door, like it's physics. And check your image, all the person in home, like you have a mirror. When you're looking at in front of the mirror, you can't see your face, so by your eyes you can't see. So this even physics. But which type of the physics? It's optic. Inshallah, we'll be studying in the tables now. So in general, now you understand, you have a type of the physics, not like one type. You have some type of the physics. In here, some example. It's written: take a step, it's moving; catching ball, open the door, like it's moving. Image is optic, like even you have a vibrations. In general, anything, if it's moving, it's physics. And which type of the physics is mechanic physics? Now shall we be studying more. This is general. Okay, guys, but before to explain the structure of the car, I'd like to show you this table. Really is important, guys. This is the area of the physics, or the type of physics. First, the first type of physics is mechanic physics, then thermodynamic physics, then vibration and wave phenomena, then optics, electromagnetism, relativity, quantum mechanics. Guys, the first type of physics is mechanic. Now, even I highlighted the sentence that we're explaining now. This is mechanic. How we know? Because it's important for the exam. Maybe your teacher in the schools bring like that. For example, the example of mechanic. How we know, guys? The subject, it's about motion, its causes. Like anything, now even I said anything goes under the motion, so the type of the physics is mechanic. For example, falling the objects, like any objects fall down, like anything is the ball, it falls down, like anything's about falling downs, and all, like we can say another way, anything's going under the motion is mechanic. Or friction, weights spinning the object, for example, the wheel of the car spinning, or motion. So in general, even the example is important. Falling object is motion, frictions in the air between the wheel of the car, it's like the frictions happen, and the weight is spinning is motion. So all this type, it's a mechanic physics. Okay, The second type of physics is thermodynamic. Thermodynamic is just concerning, it's just about like heating, cold, anything like it's about heat or cold. Subject heat and temperature. For example, melting or freezing like ice. Melting like an object when it's gonna melt or freezing. Process engines, guys. Engine or the mesh of the cars. Like after a while, it's gonna be heat when the car is moving for a while. For example, 2-3 hours. Of course, the car they have a machine, so the mesh or engine, it's gonna be hot after a while. So this hot, hot is its temperature. So it's the example of the thermodynamic. Okay. So the second type or the third type, sorry, a vibration wave or phenomena. Guys, vibration, a specific type of repetitive motion. Example, spring and pendulum and sound. Guys, what is the difference between vibration wave and mechanic? Mechanic still its motion, but vibration still its repetitive motion. But the difference between first type mechanic and repetitive vibration, mechanic is like, we can say like a short motion. An object's falling down, after a while it's gonna be stopped, like it maybe take 2-3 seconds, like just simple motion. But the vibration, it's repetitive motion, like it take a while. For example, spring. Guys, if you have a springs, for example, any springs, when you want to stretch the springs, or by stretching or by compressing, when you want to spread this spring, then leave it, it's gonna be vibrate for a while, vibrate, then after 2-3 hours maybe it's gonna be stopped. So spring, it's, we know is motion, but it's vibration, like it, the motion is gonna be a repetitive motion. The motion will be repeated 2-3 times, then it's gonna be stopped, this spring. So it's called vibrate, like the springs for a while it's vibrate, then it will be stopped. Pendulum, same thing. Or sound, sound too is vibration. So spring, so important, Baba, this is the example. Vibration and wave phenomena, it's about the repetitive motion. Like any object goes under 2-3 times motion or repetitive motion, it's a vibration and wave phenomena. For example, spring and pendulum. Okay, the fourth type, uh, fourth type, fourth type is optic. Optic in general is just light. When a teacher inside the class looks at a topic, there is a light, right? That's why they can he or she can explain. Without the light, like the class is gonna be dark. So of course, even our house in the night, there's a light in our rooms. So light is optic. Mirror, lens, color, so all types example of the optics. Another type of physics is electromagnetism. Guys, even by the name you can make the part, the letter. Electromagnetism. So Baba, electromagnetism is consists three part of the physics. First one, electricity, electricity. Then magnetism, then light. So electromagnetism is three parts. It consists three parts. Inshallah, we'll solve an example about example of the electromagnetism. And guys, some of the examples really it's hard for the students. So just look, the type is important and just understand the example. But the example of mechanic and thermodynamic and vibration really is important, and optic too. But electromagnetism and relativity and quantum mechanic, in brief, just understand the types. And that's all. Relativity, for example, moving particle. In atoms, you have electrons spinning around the atoms. So electron and highest particles moving, so it's relativity. Or particle collision, particle accelerator. You'll be studying this in college, actually, that guys. Uh, it's better, like just memorize one of the example and not that much important. But the type is first mechanic, thermodynamic, important. Guys, this is general the type of the physics. And look in here, we have another example. Not the example, guys. Sorry. And look in here, certain. Uh, did you know, like, this important? What's meaning physics actually? The term physics originated from the Latin physica, and the later Greeks physika, which means a natural thing, and this is important. So physics in general, it means a natural things, anything, like that's why in first page it was written physics everywhere. Anything that you can feel, that you can see, is physics. Natural things will be happening. Okay, guys. Now, this is the table of scientific method. We have another topic. It's called scientific method. Guys, scientific method, uh, it's a method that's, look, all scientists, when they want to, or he want to make a rule, make a formula, for example, Einstein's and Newton's law, any of the science in physics, there are many science. So he went past through all the steps. At the end, he can make a rule. So first, in scientific method, observing and asking questions. Guys, any of the scientists to make a rule first, like he was just thinking, he was just asking question. The best example of this, Einstein, when he was sitting under the tree, immediately the apples falls down. So he was like thinking, he was asking, why the apples falls down? What is the reason? Like even the reasons for the earthquake, or why this happens. So he's just like observing and asking question. Guys, it's just in here. It's like I don't know. I don't want like to explain all. Just understand like a brief the scientific method. It's written. Observing is the use of the sense in collecting data, includes making measurement and collecting qualitative quantitative data. In order to observe and collect data, physics look deeply in the nature and study on it like that. So in general, thinking and asking and observing about the things that happen, like the first step on scientific method. The second step of scientific method is a building hypothesis. Building hypothesis, building. But first, what is the meaning of hypothesis? The meaning of hypothesis, it means meaning of hypothesis, it means, guys, guess, you guess, or another meanings, your opinion. Like for example, then Einstein first when the apples falls down and he was thinking, but the second step, like he was thinking, was of the second step, he want a build a guess, like in his opinion. For example, the apples fall down because of this reason, like in like his guessing, like because of this reason, like the apples falls down, like his opinion. So building hypothesis is the second step of scientific method. The third one, testing hypothesis. When the first step, he was thinking. The second, he'd like to build an hypothesis. When he is building the hypothesis, the third step, testing, because maybe the thing that he's guessing his open, maybe is not true, maybe it's wrong, totally wrongly, it's wrong. So like he has to be test. He like it should be test the hypothesis. He has to be test. If this hypothesis is it right or is it wrong? Testing, analyzing data, and the result, like the thing that he's get about the hypothesis, is it right or is it wrong? Maybe it's wrong. If it's wrong, he has to check another idea. He has to think another idea. But if it's right, we will go to the last step. So the third is testing. The previous step, building. When you build like any of the hypothesis, when you have any guessings, in the third, you have to check this guessing. Is it right or is it wrong? For example, the Einstein's, like he's thinking because of the earthquake, the apples fall down. Maybe it's wrong. So he has to be test. He has to be test this hypothesis. Is it right or is it wrong? So the third one is testing hypothesis, analyzing data, analyzing and testing the result in general. Uh, the last one, finally, the last step, making or communication and establishing theory. When he did the first uh, step, it's building an observation, and when he did the second, building and testing, at the last, of course, he can make a theory, like the rule of the gravity of Einstein. When he make it a theory, so all the scientists, guys, when he wanted to make a theory, like he went through all the four steps. At the last, he can make theory by establishing theory or making theory or creating theory. So first, building, the science has to, sorry, the first observing and asking, like the science has to think or observe or ask. So the second one, um, building, or like in your guessing, think in your guessing, like build an opinion. In your opinion, you have to think and build a hypothesis, a things that in your opinion. The third one, test. Is it right, the things that you have guessed? Maybe it's wrong. And the last one, you can make a theory. So guys, in general, just memorize the title of the steps of the hypothesis is important. And you have some definitions, guys, in here. And guys, this all let's explain by the as all the example of the scientific method. Okay, scientific method, guys. Even the definition: a systematic method, studying of the natural phenomena. A systematic that is studying on the natural thing that's happening in life. Like for example, the apples fall down. As a systematic, like, and guys, even I forget to read this. First, in exam, you have to write observe, then building, then test. Like, do not mix the step, because it's systematic step. Like first, second, third, one by one, you have to write, guys. System, a precise part of the study region under the observation, and it's all about the system or the scientific method. I understand this guy generous, but the scientific method is important. That's all. Okay, uh, guys. Okay, now we have page 9, section 1. We have example. We have some examples. First example, name the areas of physics. Guys, the answer of question 1, the area of physics. Area is a type of the physics. The table that I say is important, memorize it. First, we have, I think, 7, 8 types. First, for example, mechanic physics, and the second one is optic physics, and it's a table. And the third one, thermodynamic, and the last one, the fourth one, electromagnetism. So guys, in general, because there is no space, the answer is a table. Write all the type of the physics. Guys, look, the table is the answer. The table, that table, as I said, is important. That one, page 5, table 1 is the answer. Okay, so table 1 is the answer. Question 2, important question 2, guys. Identify the area of the physics that is most relevant to each of the following situation. Explain your reasoning. Guys, you have some examples about each of the type of the physics, A, B, C, D, E. For each one of them, write, for example, football game or perpendicular, which of the type of the physics that we have. Because here is example, you have to write down that, for example, football game is which of the type of the physics. Football game is a mechanic type, because football is game and playing is motion, so it's a mechanic type. Okay. Second one, guys, preparing dinner. Of course, to prepare a dinner, we need like, for example, your parents, your moms want to need to uh, heat the foods. So she need a temperature, right? So to prepare dinner, we need a temperature. So preparing dinner, because we need a temperature by heating a food. So it's a thermodynamic. Thermodynamic. Part C. Part C. Lightnings in a thunderstorm. Guy, thunderstorm, huh? You know the meaning of thunderstorm, huh? Guys, highlight this. Thunderstorm is a process that when it happens, if a negative and positive charge is combined together and they can give us a light. So they can give us a light, and it's will be happen by the negative and positive charge. So together it's combined. So this is the answer is electromagnetism, because it's combined of the negative and positive charge, and they can give us a light. So electricity and magnetism. So electromagnetism. Magnetism. Okay. Part E. Wearing a pair of sunglasses and it's outside of the sun. Guys, you wear sunglasses to protect your eyes from the sun. Wearing a sunglasses because of the sun is gonna be damage your eyes. You have to wear the sunglasses to protect our eyes from the sun. So when you wear sunglasses, this sunglasses they have a lens. So the lens is an example of the optics. And as we said, okay. So E answers optic, because sunglass sunglass they have a mirror or lens. It's the type of the optic. Okay, guys. Uh, Question 3. Question 3. What are the activities involved in scientific method? Guys, the scientific method step, as we said, uh, first observing and asking, then building hypothesis, testing and establishing theory. That's all is written in the book and we highlighted. Question 4, same. Give two examples. Give two examples of way that physics is modeled to. Guys, in here, um, it's like same question like question 3, but in question 4, you have to give two example ways, like the ways that the physics they did about the scientific method. Any of the example that you like to write it, but it's not that much important. This one. You can write any example by yourself, like two example, for example, two examples of the way physics, the scientists. As I know, I brought the example for you to explain the scientific method on Einstein's or Newton's. We have too many examples about the science you can write by yourself. Question 5 is important, guys. Like question 3, your teachers might can bring this for the multiple choice. Important, guys. Okay. Look. Identify the area of the physics involved in each of the following. Lightweight metal alloy proposed in the use of the sailboat hulls. Okay. Guys, again, same like the other questions, write the type of each of the example physics. Is it mechanic or optics? Guys, just highlight the important things that we needed. For example, testing the effects of the collision. Collision, it's motion, like two particles or two things, or the two cars they can do the accident or the crash, or two particles combine. So it's collision between two things, between two objects. Collision is motion. So this one still is mechanic because motion, collision. Okay. Part B, testing the effects of the extreme heat and cold. Look, highlight now. Heat and cold. So together, heat and cold. It's about what? Temperature. about temperature. Okay, temperature, because it's certain heat and cold. Okay, the last one, testing whether the alloys can affect the magnet, guys. Magnets. Look. So because magnet, electromagnetism, that by this word you can get the answer. So it's magnetism. Okay. So guys, you can take a screenshot when you solve this example all. Question part 1, the type of the physics. Question 2, we did. Question 3, the type scientific method. Question 4, I said you can bring exam by yourself. Question 5, same type of the exam of the physics. Guys, already we finished section 1. I'm done about section 1. So if there is any question, if you have any question, if you don't understand any of the points, you can write down the comments. From now, section 1 is totally finished, and that's all. It's enough really what we studied this for the exam even, and that's enough. I'm done. Inshallah, from the upcoming section, the upcoming chapters, I will make a video. I'll take a video and I'm gonna post it in my channels. You can write in the comments and subscribe my channels. And good luck. Thank you.